hope my neighbors don't see me like this. Oh, too late, I think. Hey foodies, have you ever wondered what it would be like just to show up to Disneyland? I mean, would you be able to get in? Do you need tickets? Do you need reservations? How does this all work? Would you even be able to enjoy yourself? I mean, people have YouTube channels built around planning and itinerary, how to make the perfect Disney trip happen. So what if you just abandoned all that and just showed up like we did? I'm gonna tell you. If you're anything like me, you're probably an avid planner. You love to make itineraries because you want to get it right. You spent all this money and all this time coming on a vacation. You want to make sure that it's a good one. These were all the hesitations going through my mind when one morning my sister and I woke up in our downtown Los Angeles hotel room,
It's Goofy!
saw an ad for Disneyland, and on a whim, we abandoned our meticulously planned food tour of downtown Los Angeles for a bunch of nostalgia. As a mom of a 3 and a 6-year-old, I was going through the mom guilt. Is this something I should even be doing? But before you start dropping the hate comments,
Don't give me that look. I happen to be a more caring mother than most.
I wanted to consider it as research. Next year, we're hoping to either go on a Disney cruise trip or a Disneyland trip with my kids. And so I considered it research and development for sure. So drop in the comments what you like to see. Would you like to see a Disney cruise ship trip, or would you like to see a Disney trip with the kids? So as we waited on our Uber in the hotel room, we downloaded the app and we tried to buy the tickets. This is something, the first section where it might go wrong. You need to buy tickets and you need to make a reservation. So as we sat in our hotel room trying to buy these tickets and make our reservation, we kept getting a deny and error code. This is because when I first made my profile, I was 21 years old and the address of the profile doesn't match the billing address of the credit card. So you'll probably get an error code or a denied, no matter how many credit cards or how many times you tried, trust me. We got to the Disney clerk, cast member, and she was able to help us purchase tickets, and we were also able to make a reservation through her. She noticed that the app was glitching as well, so that could have been another issue we were having with payment. So she was able to take our tickets, add them to the app so that we could still use the app in order to make reservations for rides, dinners. You'll see in a little bit how we use the app to maximize our trip even without proper planning. Man, these things never work properly. Oh, there we go. Now, I think what really helped us was that we splurged for the Genie Plus pass. So this was just attached to our tickets on the app, so we were allowed access to book reservations for rides in advance. While we were waiting in line to get onto a ride, we actually had our next reservation already booked at the next ride. But you have an hour window to make that reservation, and you cannot make another reservation for a separate ride until you have completed that first reservation. So with that reservation for the ride, then you can actually enjoy some of the Disney park on your way to the ride. You know that you can fairly quickly get onto the next ride without having to wait. Now, the Genie Plus Pass doesn't necessarily cover everything. We actually had to pay an extra $20 per head to make a reservation at the Cars Landing ride, but this shortened our wait from 90 minutes to about 10 minutes, and I utilized the app by making an order for wine, so as soon as we got off the ride, we were able to pick it up. I really wanted to showcase how we experienced the food scene in Disneyland. This is a food channel after all, so I really wanted to show how it wasn't as easy to find good food as if you were planning beforehand. So our first stop was a cerveceria that served a bao bun that had a pork dumpling filling, and of course you got to have corn dogs. This is really Corn Dog Castle. That's our favorite stop. While it wasn't very busy this day, I did make a reservation because I was a little worried about getting into a restaurant later. So as soon as we got in through the gates, while we were in line for another ride, I was able to make a reservation, at the Cafe restaurant. It's a beautiful restaurant. We were able to sit outside. I didn't even request it. It had really great food, a really good wine and cocktail selection, but it also had a view of the Pixar parade, and it made for just one of those magical Disney moments. We didn't plan for this, and yet here we are experiencing just a lot of fun with a martini in our hand. This is completely unlike our previous trips to Disneyland. And again, previously there were no apps. I don't even think there was drinking in any of the resorts when we went. Now, on top of the rides and the dining, you're probably going to want to see a show. And again, you'll head back to your app to make a reservation or join a wait list. We didn't have a reservation. I did try to join the wait list and I didn't get any notifications, unfortunately, but we went straight to the One World Water Show. We're walking around Pixar Pier and Paradise Pier, and all of a sudden, one of the cast members actually invited us in to stand and enjoy the show, even though we didn't have a reservation. So for that, I really do chalk it up to one of those magical Disney moments. We really appreciated that guy because otherwise you cannot stop along the pier. You have to keep it moving. Previously, I've seen the Disney fireworks show, but this was absolutely incredible and had all the feels. The California Adventure Park has a really charming atmosphere in the evening, and as you exit after One World Show, because the park is now closing, it is really nice to see the fireworks off in the distance as you leave the parks. But one of the best things to bring and consider when you have an unplanned visit to Disneyland is to make sure that you check your expectations at the door. Do not expect to get on every ride because it's just not going to happen. And enjoy yourself. And that way you can take in the magic a little bit more with you not knowing what's going to happen next. I found it really allowed for a lot of spontaneity and excitement, and you're just really not sure what you're going to get into next or what's going to happen around the corner. And it was a lot of fun. And sometimes that makes for the most memorable moments during travel. But I would love to know your tips about visiting Disneyland in the comments. Do you visit with a meticulously planned itinerary, or do you throw caution to all the colors of the wind? Thank you so much for joining us on this short episode, and I'm really excited for what we have in store next. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Thanks so much. Summertime, so we outside again.